Hey y'all, welcome to the CodiKnits podcast. This is episode 76. That's Diamond. I'm having some coffee and it's delicious. Dunkin' Donuts. Anyway, welcome to the CodiKnits podcast. This is episode 76 and I am Cody. And this is Diamond. Aren't ya? Yeah. The star of the show. You can find me on Ravelry as CodiKnits. There's a CodiKnits podcast Ravelry group. You can also find me on Instagram is where I'm most active as nurse_Cody. And Cody is spelled C-O-D-I. I wanted to say thank you guys for coming back and listening and hanging out with me and all of that kind of stuff. So thank you for you guys who've been here for forever, and thank you for the new subscribers as well. I hope you enjoy. I have quite a few things to go over with you that I'm excited about. I can't wait to show you. So I'm going to really jump right in because otherwise this will be super long. So the first thing is I have a discharged object. Finally. So it is made out of this. This is the ball band. It's Lion Brand Pound of Love. And it's in the lavender colorway. And it's a crochet project. So this is all I have left. And it still needs to be washed and kind of blocked a little bit. Hopefully that'll help. But it's just a little like shell stitch kind of car seat blanket. I haven't measured it, but it is that long. It's probably I don't know, a yard or so that way, and it's really, a foot and a half or so this way, and it's really like a car seat blanket. So I really just I was gonna finish it off, and I thought about adding a white border around it, but then I thought if this is for kids and car seats and dirt and white, and I didn't think that would be a good idea. So I just used, I thought it was getting pretty long. You could put it in a stroller too, but I know you just kind of lay it and fold it a little bit for warmth. So it's getting a little bit long. So I just used, and I just did like a little border. I did my best. It's a little bit wobbly, but I think once I wash it, it will. I tried this border. I would probably rip the border out like 4 times, but this is the best I could come up with to make it so it wasn't super wavy or whatever. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to wash it and block it and all that, and then I'm going to put it up on Etsy for sale. Because I don't have anyone having a little girl in my life right now, or who's having a little boy who wants to have purple. So, by the way, happy Pride. It's Atlanta Pride this weekend. I've been having a great time celebrating, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. A little crazy. Some people are a little crazy, but it's really cool to get together with so many people, and they feel comfortable and free to be who they are, and it's awesome. So that's my only discharge, or my only finished object. But I've been in a very multi-crafting mood lately. So I'll show you the knitting first that I've been working on, and then we'll move into some other things. So, first is here. This is in a bag I won from Jules at Diary of a Yarn Snob. This is my Strand Wanderer. This is what it's supposed to look like. And this is my project that I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love it the way it looks, and I hate knitting it, to put it bluntly. But it's, let's see, I was here last time, so I've done a few more repeats, and right now I'm just on a knit section. The knit sections are easy, it's just these little sections. But look how cool it looks. It's gonna look awesome. I'm gonna love it when it's done. So I keep working on it. The yarn is somewhere. Is this? I can't say it. Woolmeise is the best I can do. Woolmeise, I think it's German, so the W usually pronounces V. I remember that from my diction classes when I was a vocal performance major. And the colorway, it's 100% wool. The colorway is No Whale Watching in Colorado. I think it's Colorado, C-O. This pattern was designed specifically for this yarn. So, and this is what it looks like in the skein. And it's so beautiful. It really is. And I talk about this every time, but it like twists up on itself really bad, and it's not doing it right here. But it just makes it really not fun to knit with for me. And it's probably a combination of the needles too. I'm afraid, because you really need to have a good gauge to make these little sections right here really work, right? Sorry, I was showing you the wrong side. To make them really work like that. And so I'm afraid to change needles, because I'm afraid to change my gauge and it won't work. So I'm still knitting on that. The thing I've knit on the most, I did the blanket. I crocheted a lot on that when I would come home from work and do some crochet on that. I've been watching Gotham, binge watching that, and I really love it. Sorry if I sound nasally. I'm having allergies or sinuses today, but this reminds me of two very specific people, and even though it's coffee, they usually call it tea. So one is Joanna from the Stitching the High Notes podcast. I really love her, and she's adorable, and she's an opera singer and knitting extraordinaire. But I really enjoy her podcast, and she works really hard on her podcast, and also her real work too, but to stay engaged in the community, and I really appreciate that about her. I know how much time it takes to edit and upload and film and all of that, and I am not the most tech savvy person in the world, and that probably doesn't help. But so the fact that she does what she does really is awesome to me. So I really like her, and I said that because she has a section. She begins every one of her podcasts by having tea time, and she says, grab a cup of tea and let's go. So I'm having coffee. And the other person it makes me miss is Tilly Trout. I miss you, Miss Tilly Trout. She would always say, I'm gonna have a sip of my tea. She's growling. She hears someone talking, walking by the door. It's okay. Not like she would do anything. She'd go up to him and lick him to death. That's all. Ain't it? You just act like you mean. This, sorry, that was a tangent. This is beautiful. First of all, I love this bag. Thank you, Erin. I got this, I bought this from Erin's shop. Erin, give me on 418, and she's the TGIF podcast. But this is my Papa's pullover I'm knitting, and I really am at a point where I need to sit down and concentrate, and that's why I haven't worked on it lately, but that's what it looks like. It's the Papa's pullover, Knit Cafe Midori. And this pattern is, I would not, I really like the schematic she has and stuff like that, and it's pretty easy to follow the instructions, but I feel like I wouldn't say this is a very good beginner sweater knitter project. Just because of some of the techniques, and to be fair, I've only knit one sweater, a baby version and an adult version of the Flax by Tin Can Knits. So yeah, but I've had Kirby talk to me, and she looked over this the other day. We were hanging out, and she let me know that it appears that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, I can't really show you, I don't really know how to show you how much, but basically, I have finished this part. Hello! This is absolutely beautiful. This is the neck. I've tried it on the best that I could to make sure that it's going to do what I thought I'm anticipating it do, and it is. So I'm at a point now where I am needing to put the sleeves, bind off the sleeves section on both sides, and I know you can't really tell, but basically it's time to I think you do some kind of 3 needle bind off or something up for the sleeves, and then you start knitting in the round, I think. So that will be wonderful. So I think once I get through that part, the rest of it will go pretty quickly. So I just need to sit down and take my time, and I have to get another needle and put these stitches that were on hold excuse me, I'm still coughing, on a second needle, that way I can hold them together and do whatever that 3 needle bind off thing, and whatever it tells me to do. So this is coming along. It's really cute, and it's super soft and fluffy, and this is the yarn. And I may have bought too much yarn, but that's okay. We'll see. But this is Rowan Kid Silk Haze. And it's 70% mohair and 20%, I'm sorry, math Cody. 70% mohair and 30% silk. And this is lot number 5131. And they come in little 25-gram balls, and I'm holding it double to knit this. And so this is going to be a very light, fluffy sweater. So this needs to be done by Christmas time. So I got a couple months, but I want to get it done as soon as I can. Did I mention that I really love this bag? So that's that. I've also been knitting on some socks. This is in a bag by the Limitless Crafter. And I don't know if I showed you last time, but I have finished this sock. Did I show you? I can't remember. If I didn't, here it is. It's kind of like a short cuff, but it's got a 1x1 rib. And I think last time I talked to you about the cast on. I did a Fish Lips Kiss Hilt and a, this is an umbrella toe from that Kay from the Bakery Bears wrote. But look how beautiful. So really, all I've done is cast on and finished the ribbing for the next sock. So, and the yarn is Northbound Knitting. And there's the Haziki or Haziki and Absinthe colorway. So, looks like this in the ball. So you've seen that like 50 million times, but so that's a good good sock. I'm enjoying knitting those. I have not worked on the other pair of socks that I cast on, the 2 at a time socks that I'm doing, that are the Felici socks. I have not worked on those at all. I've just been working on that. Not because I don't like it or anything, I just haven't. And then I've done a little bit on my, what is this called? Wave stitch. Yeah, it's like a wave. Is that the word? I'm trying to think of another word, I feel like. But I've done a little bit more knitting on that. Barely. I've just done this. So it's really all. But I like how it's knitting up. It'll be a cute little throw. And it's from Karen Big Cakes. And this is the colorway is called Cookie Crumble. 100% acrylic. Very soft. Yep, I'm enjoying that. So, I've also, that's all I have for knitting. But I've been doing some spinning. What? So, spinning some fiber. They're Rolags from Fondant Fiber. Deb, she made me this bag too. She's so sweet. I believe she's back. Our shop's open again, I believe. But this is what I'm spinning. So this is kind of how a Rolag works. This is the first fiber I've ever gotten. She sent me a drop spindle. And this has some beautiful, I believe it has silk and bamboo and merino in it. And I finally got to a point where I felt comfortable enough in my technique, at least as far as spinning, to use this, because it can be a little more slippery than just a wool. And so I have this much, and then I've started this much. So I got about 3 of these left to do, and then I'm going to ply them. Just a 2-ply. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. I will be calling Kirby to help remind me how to do that. So that was a lot of time spent with spinning. Drop spindles are very meditative. It's not fast for me anyway. It's not a fast process. So when I get the urge to do it, I just pull it out and do it. Let's see. We have a giveaway to announce. Eek. So I want to show you the prizes. Well, one of the prizes. And this is it. I did a yarn box or Yarn Crush subscription, and I got it, and I am going to be sharing some of this yarn when I get them every month with you guys for giveaways. It kind of is part of for that. If I really like it and I think I'm going to knit myself out something out of that or something like that, then I'll keep it. But if it's something that I probably will not knit with, not because it's not nice, but because it would be one of those that might sit in my stash for a long time or something like that, then I'm going to give it away. And this is the first one I got, and it was really beautiful. It's a little tore up now because I've looked, but this is going to be, this is really nice, but I'm going to use this as one of the giveaways. And what came in it? So, it came with this beautiful yarn. It's not all that bright, but it's a beautiful yellow with some darker orange colors. And it's Madeline Tosh, or Mad Tosh, Brass. It's the color, and it's 100% merino wool fingering weight. But look at those colors. Oh, and it's so soft. This is one of their single ply bases. Tosh Merino Light, fingering weight, 420 yards. But, oh, it's so beautiful. I love the way yarn smells. But that's not it. It came with 2 little unicorn tails. And I almost kept these. But I'm not. I'm going to give them. This one is called Death by Elocution. Elocution. And this is Euro Sock. 52 yards. 100% merino wool. This is really pretty purples. And then there's this one called Firewood. And it's beautiful. And in the box, you get this little booklet. And it has a couple of patterns in here. Whether you want to crochet or knit. And it tells you everything that comes in the box and all that kind of stuff. But it has some patterns in there. So that's why I wanted to include. So like if you wanted to do these little leg warmers. Excuse me. Or some little color mitts. That's the crochet. I mean, that's the knitted, and then they have some crochet wrist warmers. And sock toppers, they call them. So, I wanted to include the everything so you can make those if you wanted. And then it also came with this little extra thing here, and I opened it and I couldn't figure out what it was. But sorry for the crinkling, but I want to show you. It's kind of like a little dish, turns into a dish, so it's flat, but I couldn't figure out what was going on. But they snap, the corners snap together. And you get a little tray. So that will be coming to you. And let me put that back. So the winner for that is Miss Alveda, or Alveda. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but you know who you are. So let me know that you you saw this, and I will send me your address just in case too. I think I have it, but just in case, send me your address so I know where you'd like me to send it, and I'll send it as soon as I can. So that's the first prize. And the second prize I can't really show you But it is going to be your choice of one skein of yarn from Rachel at Night Owl Fibers. She has the she's on Etsy, Night Owl Fibers on Etsy shop, and she dyes some very beautiful yarn. She's very talented. She also has the Night Owl Fibers podcast, if you want to check her out there. She was really nice, and she sent me some yarn for myself along with some hats for this summer of hat knit along kind of thing. So I wanted to repay her just for being so kind and generous, and so you can go to her shop and pick out a skein of yarn, and just let me know, and I will do my best to get that for you. You'll probably need to send me your full name and address, your mailing address, wherever you want it mailed to, because she'll ship it to you directly. And then finally, just as my way to say thank you guys for everyone who participated. If you sent in some hats to me, thank you, first of all. There's so many beautiful hats, and you're going to keep so many people's little heads warm in their ears. But thank you so much for doing that. And also, I wanted to just let everyone who participated go to Ravelry, and you can you can pick out a pattern for $5 or less on Ravelry, and let me know, and make sure you let me know your Ravelry ID and all that kind of stuff, and I will send that to you. Hey, speaking of, I wanted to show off, I did get some more hats in the mail, so I wanted to show them off because they were super cute. And this is from Judy. Sent me this cute card and some really cute hats too. So these came while I was away on vacation. I'll talk about that in a little bit. She made some really cute hats. There's this one. And this one. So these are great because great colors for boys and girls, men and women. So, and I did draw names randomly. I just wrote down everyone's name and pulled from the hat. And if I pulled the same person's name, which I did twice, I drew again. But anyway, these are very beautiful, very soft, so that's exciting. So thank you, Judy, for sending those. And I got one more to show you. It's very awesome. And if anyone was knitting hats and they just didn't get them done in time for this giveaway, please don't hesitate to send them, because I can always take hats the whole winter, really, to give to these patients, because they're always useful. And then this I got from Amy, and she sent this cute card. Made me smile. So thank you, Amy. And let me show you the hat. Got this one. You can't really tell. Oh, there you go. It's got the sparkly in it. It's really cute. This is a really cool construction. I don't think I showed these off, but it's like when you have the brim folded down, you have this, but when you fold it up, it looks like a rib. So that's really cool. I've never seen that before. But very beautiful. It's not this one. I love this. That's really cute. Little pop of blue in there. And another one. These are crochet. This is how I first learned and got it started into knitting, is crocheting hats for my patients. These are so soft. Then I fell down the rabbit hole. Once I learned I could hold my yarn the same way I did when to knit, the same way I do when I crochet, everything clicked and I just started knitting. Oh, I like that they're little different sizes too. A lot of people include it. Look at these colors. So, very cute. Super exciting. I need to count and tell you guys how many hats in all that we collected. So, I'll do that and let you know, because that's exciting. So, I did buy some yarn yesterday. I went to Joann's to buy some fabric, which is something I'll talk about in a minute. And I could not, I couldn't pass the yarn aisle without at least visiting. I went there for fabric. But they had the sweet rolls on sale, 3 for $10. And they're usually like $6 or $7 a thing. So I thought this would be a cute virus shawl. Or something like that. Probably a virus shawl. So I got 3 of those. They all look the same, so. Yeah. So, other exciting thing is we've been kind of teasing this for a while, but Kirby and I have been wanting to open up a little Etsy shop and sell bags and whatever else we wanted to do. So we are in the works for getting, we're still a little bit out from doing that, but we're trying to get, sew some things so you have, stuff in there for one, but we also have some little details we're working through, like getting little cards and that kind of stuff, and mailers and just things. So my main role in that will be, I'm going to be doing some sewing and selling, like some of my crochet and knitting and that kind of stuff, but my big part in that is really running the Etsy part of that. So I'm still learning some of that, but I wanted to show you some things that we have. And these are all, what I'm about to show you are all sewn by Kirby. And these are the bags. I believe this is her small size, and these are window bags, and they're not box bottomed or anything because of the window piece. And this is something she uses ribbon on the outside for the casing for the drawstring. So they're drawstring. But yeah, and they're all fully lined. Yeah, so she's got 3 of those. We're gonna put up 3 of those. And then this is more like the medium size. So we got this one, it's got beers. And it's got the, the window bag here, and it's lined. Drawstring. Then we got this one. And this one's fun because the inside fabric is like constellations and you can kind of see. And on the thing it'll list who made it. So if Kirby made it, or if I made it, or whoever, and then we got these, getting these little things like this that say at 2-Dye-4 Arts, the number 2, DYE, the letter, the number 4, and then Arts, and it has who made it there. So Kirby made this. Again, these are the medium size bags. So she's got 2 of these ones, and she's got 1 of these, and it's like the coffee This is a medium size. And remember that, you know, these are handmade, and this is something that I had to learn recently, is they're not going to be perfect, right? And I feel like every little stitch had to be perfect, and she's like, no, they don't. So there's that. But anyway, I think they're perfect, really, but because they're cute. But that's the thing, yeah, I'm having to learn, is like with the sewing, is I was trying to be too much of a perfectionist, and you know, I'm being reminded it's handmade. It's not going to be exactly perfect. Then we got, let's see, this one says coffee, wine, work, repeat. No. Yeah, coffee, wine, work, repeat. And it's got some black polka dots, and the drawstring matches that one. So we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, this is different. We got 2 of those, and then we got this keep calm and eat bacon. And another keep calm and eat bacon. So those are the ones Kirby's made so far. And then these take a lot of work with the windows and everything, and then I wanted to make something a little more simpler, or more simple for me, and probably a little more affordable as well for people. But I've made a couple, and these still need drawstrings put in, but I made this. It's not a window bag, it's just a little sock size bag. And this will be like a single side drawstring. So it's got the cute little unicorns, and it's lined. So we'll have things like that. And I made this one. It's kind of a larger bag, but it was kind of fun. This was a learning thing. So I cut the fabric weird, or one of them, and so I was like, okay, how can I fix that? So basically, it has 2 lining, 2 color linings. So it's got the pink and the green, yellow, and this will be a 2-sided drawstring, but needs a drawstring. And these, I just had some fat quarters, and I was just playing and that. Then I make this one, and this will be another one of the 1-side drawstrings, sock sacks. But it's little princesses and fabric there, so that's been fun. So I'm getting more comfortable with sewing and stuff, and just figuring things out, and construction and that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. So we'll have different things in there, whatever we come up with, and at different times, and we'll show you and let you decide what you want, if you want. Really, it's just for fun for us. This is not our, full-time careers or anything. So it's really just for fun, and to, support our hobbies. Excuse me. Sorry. Let me see. Was there anything else? That's it. So just some life update stuff is, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I went to I went on a cruise with my mom. I took my mom, and we went to the Grand Caymans, and I went snorkeling and kissed a stingray, and it was so much fun. And then we went to Cozumel, and that was wonderful. And in Cozumel, we did an excursion, where it was called La Casa en la Playa. Playa. Basically the house on the beach. It was a private house on the beach. And they had they had a pool, and they had a private chef and a bartender, and there was a masseuse that came, and we had lunch, and all that stuff was provided. And it was a really great day. I mean, we stayed there all day. It was kind of rainy when we first got there, so some people canceled, and then so it was a smaller group, which it was small to begin with, and there was no kids or anything, so it was a lot. It was really just nice. And it was supposed to rain that day, but you know what? It did not. It was sunny and bright and hot and awesome. The only thing is, because it had been raining so much there, the water in front of the on the beach was a little muddy or murky, and there was some seaweed and stuff, but it was still beautiful. Definitely, definitely awesome. And we had a couple days out on sea, and it was really nice to spend time with my mom and all of that. So I had a great time. It was really relaxing. And then I came home. It was like a Thursday, so I had the weekend to kind of recoup and relax still at home a bit, and that was nice. And so then I hit the ground running back at work. So yeah, I spent some time with Kirby, as you can tell, sewing and stuff one day, and I bought some fabrics at Joann's yesterday that are really nice. So I'm getting more comfortable cutting and everything. So I'm excited to get that going, and I'll probably do some zipper bags sometimes, and just whatever I come up with too. And then what else? Can't think of anything else that's been going on. Yeah, that's all I got. Oh, this weekend was Pride weekend in Atlanta, and it's like perfect weather. It's finally like fall outside. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's cool. And it was just perfect weekend for it. And we there's a lot of stuff at Piedmont Park, and people like go out and they put up tents and drink and listen to. There's some performers that come, and there's music, and it's just a really good time. Really good time. So that was fun. There was the parade and all that kind of stuff. So very, very fun weekend. And let's see what I got coming up. I don't know what I got coming up. So anyway, that's about it for this episode. I hope you are all doing really, really well. And I hope you are knitting and crafting up a storm. And I can't wait to hear from you. If you want a prize, which is everyone who participated really, please get in touch with me either on Ravelry or on Instagram, and let me know your addresses or your Ravelry name, depending, and what pattern you'd like, and I'll get those to you as soon as I can. Yeah, that's all I got. So it's a prescription time, so let me tell you that, and then I will say goodbye. So prescription it's October, and October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's a lot of publicity for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm not going to go in too much, but the only thing is, please get your yearly mammograms. They really do save lives, and if you haven't had one, they're covered by your insurance every year. So please, I know they're very uncomfortable sometimes, so they're not, it's not a fun visit thing to do, but please go and do that. And also, flu season is upon us, so I need to do this as well, but it's time to get our flu shots. So, until next time, have a wonderful week and happy knitting.